Hey everyone, happy June 1st. It's so exciting. We have a fresh start and I really hope that everybody is feeling good and confident about the month coming up. So I actually was asked to make a video about how I do my free groups. So I have been running free groups as a way of creating great conversations with new people on a regular basis. And so I thought that I would walk you through, if that's okay, just how I do it. And so here's the deal. I run a free group every month. I consistently show up for a free group each month. I will say that June is going to be a little bit different because I am going to be running a Shaun T group, but the same sort of applies with it. So I run the free group first by offering people an opportunity to sign up on an event. So I set up an event. If you are using a personal Facebook page, you need to make sure that your event is set to public so that people can actually see it. So I set up a free event and I always give it a catchy name. So it might be like Buns and Guns, it might be like Muffin Top Crusher, it might be something about booty or something like that. But I always set up a free event. And within that free event, I give a description. So I talk about what this group is going to be, who this group is for. I say in there, make sure that you are not working with or currently enrolled as a Team Beachbody coach so that I am working with new clients, new customers. So I set up this event on Facebook. I use my One Fit Fighter page. And so when I am in that event, each day I show up in there and I post something. So on one given day in that event page, I might post a recipe. On another, it might be a survey. On another, it might just be a funny picture about something that, we struggle with weight loss or with our goals. And so the whole objective of why I'm running the event page is to start funneling people into a group. So I'm not running an actual free group on the event page. I'm actually just giving that event page as a way to collect more people, to get more people into that event so they can see what it is all about. So the event is created. I set a goal for myself, how many people I want to have going to the event. And then I post in there consistently. I show up, I talk about it. And I actually do something where I challenge people to invite their friends. So I might do a giveaway. That giveaway is usually like a hat, or it might be like a performance kit, like the small performance kits. And I do a giveaway. And in the giveaway, I say, hey, if you invite 5 of your friends or if you share this event on your timeline, you're going to be entered to win. So that is how I grow the event. The more people that I get into the event, I then can transfer over to a group. And so this is where I have found that my best conversations take place. So I run one group, and the only thing I do with that closed group on Facebook is I change the banner or I change the name of the group, but the people just get added to the same group month after month. So my people who have been in there, they keep seeing my post once a month that I'm talking about with the free group, and then people are consistently added to it. And I do that because I think that sometimes people they're in a group for a while and they really are trying to see if you're the real deal. They're really trying to see if they like your style, if they can trust you, if you're going to be consistent. And the whole time they're very likely watching what you're doing on your wall or on your personal page. Oh, good, Mandy. I'm so glad to hear that. So they very are likely watching you. Okay. And then from there, once I have the event rolling and everything's going well and people are being added to the event, I send out the hyperlink. I say, all right, guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over to the free group. This is where it is. We're going to start Monday. We're going to be working our booties or whatever we're doing. And so once I have that link set up, Facebook is kind of funny because sometimes it's just not very user-friendly. So I often have to post that link 2 or 3 times for people to actually click it and be added into it. Then they go over to the actual group. So we have moved from events and we are then in the group. And once we are in the group, this is where I can really start talking to people and getting to know people and hearing about their goals and their struggles. So I make a couple posts, non-negotiables every day. So 6 a.m. every day for those 5 days. I usually run them for about 5 days. The first post in the morning is their call to action workout. And honestly, I use Pinterest. And I'll be honest with you, I do not ask for emails. I do not ask for people to set up accounts with me. I don't ask for anything. I just really want to focus on adding value. I want to establish trust to begin with. And so when they're in there, the first thing that I do, we do a workout in the morning, and then we post sweaty selfies. So the workout is there, and in the comments section, everybody will they will like do their workout, they'll post their sweaty selfie. And then in the afternoon, I always post a recipe of some sort. And then what I do is, just like Gary Vee has taught us so often before, is you got to jab. You got to put some jabs out there. You got to just give them a feel for who you are, what you're like, and then you can kind of lay down what you do as a coach. So examples of jabs are, we do the workout of the day, we do a recipe. I'll often do a live. I'll do something like this where I just talk to them. Maybe I talk about them. Just some of my struggles that I've had with weight, or some of my struggles that I have as a mom and finding the time to get my workouts in. I'll give my story. I'll give glimpses of lifestyle. I really like to add humor to the things that I do. So I usually do something really funny, or I say something really funny. And, a lot of the people that I tend to attract are moms, and they get what I'm throwing down. And then at some point in that week, I will also do a visual of what Beachbody On Demand is. So I will actually go in and I will take my phone and I will show them what the Challenge Tracker app is. I will show them what Beachbody On Demand is, and I'll explain that value of it. But while all of that is going on, I have been privately messaging and contacting the people that are in the free group. So I might be messaging them and saying, like, hey, I just want to let you know, I have seen you consistently rock this for the past couple of days. Tell me a little about your goals. And it's a very natural conversation, because now I've already sort of established that trust. And I'll be honest with you, I get all kinds of clammy hands and everything if I have to cold invite. I've been doing this for 5 years, and I just really like talking to people and actually forming relationships with people. So this has helped me do that a lot. And so that whole time I'm doing workouts of the days, I'm doing recipes, I'm doing lives, I'm showing them Beachbody On Demand. I am showing them my Shakeology, and I do always go live in there once a month, and I say, I want to make sure that that you guys understand why I drink this stuff, because I'm kind of proactive about my health. I know what it's like to be sick, so let me explain to you what Shakeology does. And I work them through all of that. And so as I'm messaging people, I start talking to them about Beachbody On Demand, or I start talking to them about the All Access or Shakeology or their goals, and I just continue to form and foster those relationships with them. But a couple of things that I make sure that I do within these groups is I show up daily. I show them that I'm showing up for my workout. I show them that I care about their results. I show them that I am present. And I give to them for that entire week without expectation of anything in return. Yes, I offer it to them just like you would a cup of coffee, right? If you love a cup of coffee and you offer it to someone, you're not going to be insulted if they don't take it. This is just what I do. This is what I love. And hey, if you want to try it, if you want to give it a go, let's do it. But I also know that the next month I'm going to show up again. And the next month I'm going to show up again. And in the meantime, I am showing up with my challengers. I'm posting those transformations. I'm sharing their results. And all of that is taking place on my timeline too. So they see what I'm doing, and they can judge if I'm going to be that coach for them or not. And the other thing that I offer them, I do an ebook. They can sign up for a free ebook that I do, and that ebook you can just create on Canva. I actually think I learned how to do it. Brooke Lipoff, I think, did, and I could be saying her name wrong. She did a tutorial on Canva once. You can create an ebook, and it can just be a basic, meal plans, or it could be 21-day fixed recipes, or something that has sort of your, personal touch on it almost. So that is really how I do it. I did want to say one more thing, and I totally forgot what it was going to be. But when I think of it, I will let you know. So that's really the funnel system. Is I start them in the event. I let them know what it's all about. I post in the event consistently for an entire week before the group starts. And then I move them over to the group. And then once they are in the group, then I start fostering those relationships, talking to them a little bit more. Oh, and there is one more thing I did, and I never realized the power of this. If somebody signs up for a challenge pack, I welcome them in the group and I say, you guys, can you please give a warm welcome to our newest challenger? She's joining our challenge group. She's going to be in the app. She has access to the app now. Can you give her a warm welcome as she starts working towards her health and fitness goals on a daily basis? And people love it. And it's almost like this positive peer pressure that it sets. And then the last thing that I mentioned yesterday on a call was that the Challenge Tracker app is such a gift. And as somebody who is not necessarily the most organized person, this is an opportunity for them to have at their disposal every day notifications on their phone, and they have a way to track and make sure that they are on track. They are posting daily, regularly. They can check into it at any point. They can manage their weight goals. They can track all of that. It's really user friendly. And I actually find that to be a sales point. I actually find that to be something that I want to offer up. So it's part of my challenge pack. So when I talk about the challenge pack, like this is what you get a year of, all access, you get the Shakeology, you get me as your coach. But I gotta tell you, you also get this amazing app. You're gonna get that from me, and let me tell you about the app. And I use that as another opportunity for them to say, that is another great thing that I get for that cost. So I hope that information helps. I think that there's a couple of videos that I've done in the past about them, so I can share those as well. But for me, this has worked for my team. It's an easy thing to duplicate. So if your team is struggling with getting Success Club points or struggling with having conversations, this is a great way for them to really foster those relationships. And as we get into Shaun T week, it is a great idea to challenge your coaches and to challenge yourself and to say, how many free 14-day trials can we get on our team? How many people can we get to start accessing this so that we can then have those conversations, add that value up front, let them see what they're getting, let them fall in love with Beachbody On Demand, and then close those sales. So that's really all I got. I don't know. If you guys have any other questions, I'll check this back and I can answer anything you guys have. But that's all I got. So I hope you guys are all having a good day. Bye-bye.